Hey, Yeosu is a South Korean port city where naval history, ocean cliffs, and a floating fire fountain somehow share the same coastline. 3 days covers the highlights, but knowing which views are worth waiting for is what separates a fine trip from a great one. I mapped out the whole 3 days in a template links in the description if you want it. Yeosu's south coast location means milder winters than Seoul, and camellias blooming right through the cold months. Spring and fall are peak, but any season works here. Day 1 starts at the harbor with a warship you can board, an island you walk to, and a fountain that shoots fire after dark. Admiral Yi Sun-sin is the most revered naval figure in Korean history. His face is on their currency, and Yeosu was his headquarters. There's a full-size replica of his turtle ship docked in the harbor, and you can walk the deck, go below, and poke around the interior. The real turtle ships were ironclad war vessels that helped Yi fight off an invasion fleet while outnumbered. He never lost a naval battle. It's free, takes about an hour, and weekday mornings you might have the whole deck to yourself because the tour groups haven't landed yet. From the harbor, you walk to Odongdo, a tiny island connected by a breakwater path, with camellia trees and a lighthouse at the far end. The island is small enough to circle in under 2 hours, with bamboo groves, volcanic rock formations, and ocean crashing on all sides. Camellias bloom January through March, so winter is actually peak season here. Glossy green leaves and red flowers against gray stone. Skip the tourist train and walk the breakwater, better views on foot, and you'll see why this place earned its scenic spot status. Yeosu's 2012 World Expo left behind the Big O Show, a giant floating ring in the harbor that shoots water, lasers, and fire after dark. It was the most popular attraction at the entire expo, designed by the same firm behind fountain spectacles at other world fairs. The fire jets hit different on a cold night. You feel the heat from the promenade, and the crowd always flinches on the first burst. Check seasonal show times before heading out because off-season it may only run on weekends, and showing up to a dark harbor is a rough ending. A temple wedged between boulders above the sea, a hilltop park for sunset, and a bridge that Korea wrote a hit song about. Hyangiram is a Buddhist hermitage built into a cliff face above the open ocean, one of Korea's 4 major prayer hermitages, famous nationwide for sunrises. You reach it by threading through 7 narrow passageways between massive boulders, part pilgrimage, part obstacle course, and genuinely unlike anywhere else on this trip. The name means facing the sun, and Koreans travel from across the country for New Year's dawn here. The light at the top earns that reputation. Get here before 10 because the tour buses arrive mid-morning, and those narrow rocky passages feel very different when they're full of people. After the climb at Hyangiram, Dolsan Park is the reward, a hilltop green space with panoramic views across the harbor, the bridge, and scattered coastal islands. Dolsan Island was once a coastal fortress during the Joseon dynasty, guarding against invaders. Now locals come here to watch the sunset over the water. A cafe terrace near the summit and cliffside trails are nice, but the real reason you're here is the front row seat for what happens after dark. Grab a bench facing the bridge about 30 minutes before sunset. The golden hour light on the harbor is worth claiming early. Dolsan Bridge at night is the image that made Yeosu famous. Busker wrote a hit song called Yeosu Night Sea about this exact view. After dark, the bridge cycles through colors reflected on black water. Illuminated cables against a dark harbor is Yeosu's signature photograph. This song won Best Pop Song at the Korean Music Awards. So this isn't just a nice bridge with lights, it's culturally loaded infrastructure. Watch from the waterfront below or the park above. Both angles deliver, but the illumination hours shift with the seasons, so look those up beforehand. The last day goes overhead, then back to street level, a glass-bottom cable car, a mural hillside, and a pedal car on railway tracks by the ocean. Yeosu's cable car crosses the entire harbor, one of Korea's most scenic gondola rides, with ocean, islands, and cities spread below. The glass-bottom crystal cabins let you look straight down at the water, which sounds gimmicky until you're dangling over the harbor and your stomach catches up. Morning is the move because queues get serious later, and early light on the harbor is clean and sharp. Pre-book the glass-bottom cabin online. They sell out on holidays and summer weekends, while regular cabins are usually available on the day. This hillside neighborhood painted every wall and stairway with murals. The alley runs 1,004 meters, and in Korean, that number sounds like the word for angel. So the whole village is angel themed, either clever urban planning or the world's most committed pun, and somehow it genuinely works. Walk uphill through the painted alleys, and the ocean view opens wider with every step. There are cafes at the top with actual sea views. It's quieter than Busan's famous Gamcheon murals, free to wander, and some cafes close by 6. So afternoon is your window. You ride a 4-person pedal car on old coastal railway tracks, through neon-lit tunnels over inlets, with ocean views the whole way. It's 3.5 kilometers of exercise disguised as entertainment, and the neon tunnel in the middle is basically a DIY light show. The return leg is harder because you're already tired, so make sure at least 2 people in your group are willing to actually pedal. Book ahead for summer and holidays, show up 15 minutes early, and budget about an hour. It's a weird, fun way to close out the trip. Yeosu is that rare coastal city where history, scenery, and nightlife all sit within a few kilometers 3 days, lets you actually breathe between them. The whole 3-day route is in an editable template with a map view. Grab it from the link in the description or pinned comment. Drop your Yeosu must-do in the comments. I'm curious what a first-timer would prioritize here.